Hi guys, I'm back with another edition of the Editor's Weekly, whatever. This is supposed to be weekly, but it's not. It's the Editor's Vlog, and it's not weekly anymore. So, I just wanted to pop in and give an update about what's going on and what's coming up. Right now, I am in school still. I'm out for the semester, but I'm working on GI stuff because I have time. I'm in summer school, so it's been slow going, and I haven't been able to focus on GI. So that is why you see on our front page I have a banner at the top that says we're on hiatus, because technically we are on hiatus. This summer, however, I only have one class, and I will be able to work on GI. I also have a break right now between the last two classes that I had and the class that I have coming up for the summer. So I have a few weeks in between until basically all of May and the last little bit of April. I had a little bit of time. So up until the beginning of June, I will have some time to fully put into GI. Hopefully, get this last issue out that I have been working on, and get started on a new issue for the summer, like we have been doing traditionally. Like I say, I'm almost done with school. I'm very close to finishing now. If you recall, I started school in fall of 2016. And so I've been in school for 4 years almost. Again, this is my second degree that I'm working on. So it's like working on my first degree was where I started working on GI and then had to put it on hold. So this second degree, I will be getting a degree in accounting, and I will be putting journalism on the back burner. However, I do plan to continue working on GI. And I plan to continue doing it and putting out issues and doing reviews, that sort of thing. It's just right now because of school. It's like it has to go on hold until I'm finished and I can devote more time to it instead of worrying about grades and you know getting finished. So right now I have 3 classes left. This one for the summer. I'm skipping the fall semester, which is something else I'm going to talk about in just a minute. And then I have 2 classes next spring, and I graduate next spring. Also, I do want to throw in also, as you can see, and I know we've talked about it a little bit here at GI in several of our editors vlog episodes, but I am also engaged to be married. I am engaged to our editor at large, Brandon Beatty. So it's a partnership couple type of thing now here at GI, and we've been like this. Brandon and I have been together for 6 years, so it's only recently that we really talk about it on camera because there will be changes coming. Like my name will change again. I've been through 2 name changes so far with GI. Yeah, 2. I went from my maiden name, which is Hicks, to Mosley, which is what I was when we restarted GI. Then my producing partner and former associate editor left, and we got a divorce. And so I changed my name back to Hicks, and now it will be Beatty. So that will be coming up next year. As a matter of fact, I graduate 3 weeks after we get married. I don't know who smart individual in this organization decided that, but guilty as charged. I don't know why I did that, but it worked out that way in that I wouldn't be able to finish school until after our wedding date. So next year that will be a thing that we're gonna do and get done. In addition to me finishing school, hopefully, also my graduation gift to myself probably will be a MacBook, so that I can do a little bit better with producing GI. Every so often, I upgrade things and get things, um, up to speed where it's better for producing and production and all of that with video and editing and getting screenshots and all of that. So, hopefully, with this MacBook, that will help with the production. Um, so, back to the thing about school. Uh, so, I'm not going to be in school in the fall because I don't have any classes to take in the fall. All of my stuff is going to be done this summer and next spring. So I will have time in the fall to work on GI, hopefully, and get an issue out and uh, put some time into it again. I had some time there. That's why we finished what should have been the first quarter 2019 issue. We just are finishing now, and it's May. So it should have been up in like January, but it's May now, and I have not had time to work on it because I started school again for the semester in January. So and I just finished at the end of April. So yeah, it was like okay, this is gonna be interesting about how we're gonna meet deadlines still if we meet deadlines. So yes, we're working on it, and I'm at the point where I'm proofreading the entire issue. It's been laid out, so I'm at that proofreading stage. So we should be finished in a little bit, actually, with getting that combined and then put up on the website, and then the actual um, website update. That should not take long at all because it's really easy to update it when you already have a framework in place. So what's coming up? I don't know what's coming up. I have no idea. I literally have no idea because all of the plans that I had for issues, of course, because of time, have been pushed to the side. Also, E3 is going to suck this year, okay? Like, Sony has already said they're not going to be there. Nintendo never goes anymore. The only one that's going to be there is Microsoft. And they aren't really planning to announce anything anyway. So there's that. So I'm not really planning to cover E3 again this year. We stopped covering E3 years ago because it was just too hard for me to coordinate stuff and take the time. And um, though E3 tends to fall around my birthday, I really don't want to spend my birthday covering E3. I did that one year and it was not particularly fun. So yeah, I tend to go places for my birthday now. The older that I've gotten, I tend to be a little bit more um, judicious in where I go and what I do for my birthday to celebrate. So there's that. So yeah, no E3 probably. Um, I haven't even watched E3 in the last, gosh, probably like 4 years. Um, that I can remember. Actually, I take that back. I did in 2015. I think I did watch E3. I think no, it was 2014. 2015, I didn't at all. I haven't watched it since 2015. So yeah, there's no way probably we're gonna cover that. Anyways, oh, the other thing I want to talk about. There's two more things I want to talk about. One, Mortal Kombat 11, y'all. Oh my gosh. Actually, three more things I want to talk about. But one of the things I want to talk about is Mortal Kombat 11. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't gone through story mode and worked on that. But Mortal Kombat 11. So I finally bought a PS4, by the way. So that's also something I want to get into about with Mortal Kombat 11. So I finally bought a PS4. It took forever for me to buy a PS4, but I bought one. I bought a PS4, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, Mega Man 11. Those three were for Brandon because he loves Mega Man and I do not. Blasphemous, I know, but I do not like Mega Man. It is ridiculously hard and unnecessarily hard, so I don't fool with Mega Man too much. I have respect for Mega Man, but I don't play Mega Man games. I got him those games. I got him Devil May Cry 5. I bought myself Tekken 7, which I haven't even opened yet. And I bought myself Mortal Kombat 11 when it came out. And MKX. Because I am in a group that is working on producing what is called the Mortal Kombat Encyclopedia, which, knowing my background with Mortal Kombat, I have played Mortal Kombat since 2. Really, when 2 came out, I got into Mortal Kombat. So that's been 20, oh gosh, 20, let's see, 2 came out in 1993, so probably 24 years, somewhere around there. I've been playing since 2 in the arcades. I didn't really play 1 in the arcade like that. I played it once it came home, and I got a cartridge. I got the cartridge for because I had the Super Nintendo version, which was terrible. Um, Gameplay wise, it was pretty decent, but the Genesis version of Mortal Kombat is the definitive version of that game, and that is the version you need to have. If you don't already have, if you don't have the modern collection on PS3 and 360, which I have both versions. Yeah, that's the version. That's the definitive version of Mortal Kombat 1 that you need to have. The one that's on 360 and PS3, that is that's the arcade version. It's arcade perfect. So, it's pretty good. So if you want to go new school, get that. If you go old school, Genesis version. Um, I did not have a Genesis, so I did not have that version for a long time. But the the Mortal Kombat Encyclopedia is important. Look them up. They're on Twitter. I am an editor for the book, and it is very necessary. We need this encyclopedia. I don't care who you are. If you play Mortal Kombat and you know anything about the games, you need this encyclopedia. It is a very wide-ranging and in-depth lore that they have developed over the course of 11 main games and several side games. Okay? I have played every version of Mortal Kombat with the exception of MK versus DC. That's the only one I haven't played. And actually, I may have even played that. I've even played Injustice, which is basically Mortal Kombat with DC characters. Okay? And can tell you the storyline of Injustice. But yes, I've played pretty much every version of Mortal Kombat that's available. And Special Forces, because I refuse to play that. Um, but I know the storyline well enough to know how to edit it and be able to point out inconsistencies in writing and that sort of thing. But the encyclopedia is a very, very good and useful tool. It's very useful. It's very professionally done. The guys are really good. They know their stuff, and they're very involved in Mortal Kombat. So I joined at the end of last year. I joined the team as an editor. So we're gonna see where this goes. I'm very excited to work with them. I like working with them. It's very easy for me to edit still, and it's about something that I care about. It's Mortal Kombat, and so like I said, I've been playing for 23 years, 24 years. So it's easy for me to be able to pick up and get into it and jump right into the lore and go, oh, okay, yeah, that's correct, that's not correct, or be able to pick these things out in the lore. Um, I was very impressed, very, very impressed. So we'll see where it goes. I'm very excited. We've got some things coming up, and I like where the book is going. I like how it looks because we already have copies out. You can see it on the website for um, the encyclopedia, because there is a website for it. But follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. We're on both. It's and also if you look up Uppercut Editions, that's us. That's the Mortal Kombat Encyclopedia. But I think we're under Encyclopedia. We're at Encyclopedia MK. I have kind of sort of I put out a tweet when I joined the team, as did they. And I don't know if I don't think I've linked it to Gaming Insurrection stuff, but I will probably. Because I like to, trumpet my association here. It's such a good project. So like pleased with the fact that somebody decided to put out an encyclopedia for Mortal Kombat. I was like, we should have been had this, and we should be like big name here because this is so necessary. I mean, Mortal Kombat is so big that it's worldwide. First of all, it's worldwide. Second of all, it's got so many different things to it. It isn't just the games, it's the movies, it's the music, because there's music. It's the TV show, the cartoon, the um, the movies that's possibly in production, the the side games even. I mean, there's like stuff to that, and it does have a lore. It has a very in-depth lore, and it's very well written for something to be that old. Because Mortal Kombat itself came out in like I guess 91, 92. So it's 28 years old now. For it to be 28 years old, it has a very good lore that is not too inconsistent. I mean, you have your inconsistencies sometimes, and every lore is going to have that where you got to decide what's canon, what's not. But for it to be as old as it is and in depth as it is nowhere near as convoluted as some of the other franchises so out there. So it's and that comes from having a few people work on the lore within, I guess, Midway and NetherRealm. You only have a few people in charge of the lore, so you know whatever is whatever is coming out of there, it's got to go through a small select group of people. So it can't be it's not going to be convoluted and diluted by a million different things. Somebody's got to control all of that. So I like to think that Mortal Kombat is very it's very well controlled at NetherRealm in terms of who sees what and who is in charge of doing what there. Um, so yeah, very excited about the encyclopedia and where it's going. And like I said, the guys are really good. They're really really good, and they're a great group of guys. I like them. I really like them, and I like working with them. I've never actually met any of them either, and they've not met me. I mean, I'm sure they've seen like my videos and stuff, but they've not actually met me in person. So one day maybe that'll happen, and we'll get together and have a beer or something. I'll travel and meet some of them. Some of them are here and some are not. So it's kind of cool though. But yeah, I'd like to meet them one day physically in person. That would be really cool. Um, I'm trying to think what else did I want to talk about. There's that. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I really, other than that, I had said I had like four things to talk about, but I don't. Oh, I know what the other thing is. So, let's talk about this Marvel Endgame real quick. So I went to go see Marvel Endgame. I'm not going to spoil it because I know even though the spoiler ban is up, not everybody has gone to see it, and I don't like spoiling things for people. Um, but Endgame was fantastic. It was a fantastically epic uh, send off for the Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise as we know it right now. Expect a review at some point. I'm going to review it while it's still fresh in my mind. And I had to gather my thoughts there for a little bit. I went to see it opening day, that Friday. I went to go see it that opening Friday. My aunt had tickets and she got them for like $5, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're going. She called me and she was like, "So you want to go see Endgame?" I was like, "Of course I do." I'm a Marvel fanatic. So yeah, we went to go see Endgame, and it was really good. I was super impressed. I had seen Infinity War. I didn't go to the movies to see Infinity War. I saw it when it came on Netflix. I had not seen Captain Marvel yet. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen most of the side stories for the Marvel characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, I've never seen Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, or Thor 1, 2, and 3. Well, I saw Ragnarok. I saw a little bit of Ragnarok, and it was super funny. What I did see was pretty funny. Um, I have not seen, let's see, what else? Well, I take that back. I haven't seen the Hulk stuff either, but I have seen all of the Captain America movies except for the first Avenger. I did not go see the first Avenger. I've not seen that, but I have seen, of course, Winter Soldier, which is my favorite Marvel movie. I've seen Winter Soldier. Um, I've seen Civil War, of course, and I have seen, of course, all of the Avengers movies. Now, I've seen the first Avenger. The first Avengers. Let me put it that way. I went to see that with Brandon back when we weren't dating. We went just as friends, and that was a thing. That was an emotional moment for me because um, I remember sitting in the first at the end of the first Avengers movie, and as soon as they said it was gonna be Thanos, they showed Thanos with the trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet. I said, "Oh, they're going to do Infinity Saga. They're going to do the Infinity Gauntlet saga, and Thanos is going to be the main overarching villain. They might have him in one or two movies, but he's going to be the main villain for at least two movies, because he was the main villain here. So in the first Avengers movie, so I knew that then that I was like, oh yeah, Thanos is gonna be the villain here, and they're gonna do Infinity Saga, um, and I was right. And I remember back when it was Infinity War Part One and Part Two. I remember that we went to see the first Avengers movie in 2012. I remember that May of 2012, so right about now. Is when we first saw that together. Then I saw Age of Ultron later. I saw that at my brother's house. He had it on his Fire Stick. I saw that then, and then um, I'm trying to think. I did see Infinity War on Netflix. Um, and then this I saw Endgame. Um, so I've seen all of the main Avengers things, but I knew all about the side story stuff. I knew all of that stuff anyway without having to go see it. But I did go see Winter Soldier at the movies, and I saw Civil War at the movies. Um, I made it a point to go see Winter Soldier because Winter Soldier. Cap is my favorite anyway. Steve Rogers Cap is my favorite. Listen, I could give you a whole dissertation about Winter Soldier and Cap, the badassery that was Cap in Winter Soldier. That was that was Cap's peak movie where they let you know that Cap was not playing with y'all. Cap said, "Listen, I'm finna run from one end of this boat to the other, and I'm not gonna kill anybody, but somebody ain't gonna be walking for a couple of weeks." Cap was out here just killing folks going through that boat, and he really wasn't killing anybody. He was incapacitating people, but it was hilarious. Um, yeah, I loved Winter Soldier, and I loved the callbacks to Winter Soldier within Endgame. I loved it. It was really, really, really good. I liked that. Um, and I liked how they wrapped up Cap's story. Because let me go ahead and put this out here so that everybody who's going to go see Endgame and who will see Endgame should already know that Cap is done. Okay, Cap is done. Chris Evans is done. My side husband, because that's what he is, my side husband is done. His contract has been up. Cap really should have died 2 movies ago. He really should have died at the end of Civil War. Because if you're going by the comics, Cap dies at the end of Civil War. Like, I'm sitting there looking at them like, why y'all mad? Because y'all talking about Cap was still alive and Cap should stay alive. No, Cap should be dead at this point. But Chris Evans is so perfect as Captain America and as Steve Rogers Captain America that it was just like, yeah, yeah, okay, don't kill Cap. Don't kill Cap. But y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. I will tell you when Cap said, when first of all, Cap does finally wield Mjolnir, which happens in the comics as well. Um, and Thor was like, I knew it. And I was like, yeah, because I remembered that moment from Age of Ultron where he was looking like, hold on, Cap. Hold on, bro. Wait a minute. You ain't supposed to be able to lift this. But Mjolnir deems who is worthy. So Cap was deemed worthy. Cap was playing with them anyway, because Cap could have been lifted Mjolnir. He really could have. He was playing with them by acting like he couldn't lift it. I realized he could lift it. So he was just playing with him and didn't show that he fully could lift it, even though he could. So yeah, when he was out here wielding the shield and Mjolnir, I was like, yes, do it, Cap. So I also happen to be a huge fan of Chris Evans anyway. Which is why I refer to him as my side husband. Um Also, I'm kind of married already to I'm already kind of married to my own Captain America. So yeah, there's that. Cap happens to be my favorite. But yeah, we have 3 Captain America t-shirts in this house. That should tell you something. But I was really impressed, and I loved the moment when Cap was like, Avengers. And you know what? Everybody was ready. Everybody was primed. Everybody was ready. And Cap was like, Avengers, assemble. I was like, get him, Cap. Cap, look, Cap was finna put it on him. Cap was already mad as it was. Okay, you done took everything from Cap. Yeah, Cap was already mad. So yeah, I loved Endgame. I thought it was fantastic. I really did, and I loved when they had all of the female Avengers out there, and they was like, okay, we finna put this on Thanos because he done took everything from everybody out here. Like he done killed some of these people that's out here. Yeah, we gotta put it on him. I loved it. I loved the shot of all of the female Avengers because that was really cool. Also, Captain Marvel, y'all. Listen, people like to sleep on Captain Marvel, mostly misogynistic and stupid people. And by people I mean men. But y'all, Captain Marvel is one of the strongest beings in the Marvel universe. Okay, she's an Omega level. She ain't a mutant. But I know they give that Omega level designation to mutants in the Marvel universe, especially within the X-Men subset of the universe. But Captain Marvel was one of the strongest beings in the Marvel universe, okay? Y'all like to sleep on Carol Danvers, but Carol Danvers was ridiculous. And they toned her down for the movies. Okay, these 2 movies that she just showed up in, they toned her down. She wasn't playing. The fact that, and people like to miss this part, and they like to sleep on this part, but the fact that Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet, was going toe-to-toe with her, he hit her, she didn't even flinch when he hit her. It took him taking the Power Stone, he had to use the Power Stone out of the Infinity Gauntlet. He had to take the Power Stone just to affect her, to knock her away and get her away from him. That should tell you how strong she was. Y'all out here sleeping on Carol Danvers. Okay, y'all can talk about Brie Larson ain't got no ass or whatever, but listen, Carol Danvers was still badass in that movie. I know that. Like, I look at it strictly like, bruh, Carol Danvers was out here killing people. She was ridiculous. She on par with Jean Grey. Easily. And Jean Grey, despite how much I dislike her, Jean Grey is one of the strongest beings, if not the strongest, in the Marvel Universe. Easily. She up there. She's an Omega level mutant. What's considered an Omega level mutant. But anyway, yeah, Endgame was fantastic. I loved it. It had humor, it had sadness, and I'm gonna tell y'all, at the very end, when that pivotal scene happens, y'all know the one, if you've gone to see it, the one where one of our beloved falls. Everybody in my theater was crying. There was people around me just crying, like straight up crying. I know I had tears in my eyes. I did. I ain't even gonna lie. Marvel goddess that I am, I had tears in my eyes. I was out here crying. I was like, this can't, no. But it affected me mostly because this character has been there the whole time. They have been there. They are that. And they are that universe. They are the face of the universe. So it's like, to me, it resonated that so much time has passed since the first Avengers movie to now. And look where we have come in 7 years. Because it's been 7 years. The first Avengers movie was 2012. They were in the universe and the face of the universe before that. So it's like, here we are, we're we started at this point, and we made this progress to this point. And I thought about it. I was like, when I first went to see the first Avengers, I went with my best friend, who was just that. He wasn't my boyfriend. He wasn't my husband. He wasn't any of that. And now I'm sitting here in Endgame, as I thought I was going to be. I'm sitting here, and I had said 7 years ago, yeah, we're going to go see this when this come out, because you know they're going to have to, they doing this in 2 parts. This is going to be awesome. We went from not dating, we were just really good friends. We decided to go see Avengers, and also I wanted to go see it because Avengers. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go to the movies with you. I got no problem with that. We'll go." To So, honey, I turned to him the night, like 2 nights before that, and I'm like, "So, honey, you want to go see Endgame this weekend? Cause my aunt's got the tickets." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, we'll go." And then he kissed me. Like, we went from not friends, I mean, to friends but not dating, to we're planning our wedding a year after Endgame. We're in the final stages. We're in the Endgame of planning our wedding for next year. And I would have never thought that at all. I would have never been like, oh, I'm going to marry this person that I went to go see the first Avengers with. And here I am sitting next to him in the last Avengers movie, basically. So, yeah, it's, yeah, it's been a ride. That's why I was super emotional. But y'all, I'm going to tell you this and then I'm going to go. There was a baby in there, and I call her a baby, but she had to have been about 5 or 6, maybe 7. It was a baby behind me. That baby was crying real tears. I mean, like, loud crying at the end when that character passed away. She was crying like somebody in her family had died. And she had to sit there and watch it. Like, it was like, dang, that baby crying real tears. I just really wanted to get up and give that baby a hug and be like, it's going to be all right. This is not real, sweetie. I'm sorry. I know this hurt, but it's not real, baby. It's not. I can't imagine what that did to that little child. Like, she was just crying. Loud crying. But everybody around us I'm serious, grown folks was sniffling. They were sniffling. Like, it was grown folks trying to hide it, like, and I'm like, oh my God, there are people in this theater who are crying right now. At the very beginning of the movie, when a certain thing happens, like the snap, and one of the characters is affected greatly by it, there was an audible gasp. And I already knew what happened, and it was still like, oh man, that ain't even, dang, Thanos, that's messed up. But it was like, wow, this is messed up. This is really messed up. But there was people audibly gasping when they realized what had happened to this character and his people. And it was like, wow. Everyone cheered when the female Avengers were out there, especially when all of the people came back after things were changed. Everybody was cheering. I was like, yeah. It was exciting. I thought it was really cool. And I was happy to see that people emotionally connected with that, and that they love these characters and put that much into it. It was really cool. I was emotional there for a while. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Gaming Insurrection. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna probably do some more videos throughout the summer, just because I now have the time to do so I can keep everybody updated on what's going on. Thank you for sticking with us. I know this has been trying, and it's in and out and touch and go, but for right now, that's kind of my situation. We'll try to do better, and once we get things back to normal with producing and all, we'll try to do a little bit more, get a little bit more involved, get back to where we used to be in terms of, producing things. I want to thank you for watching, and hope you come back and watch more stuff and keep up with us. Look for our new issue shortly, probably somewhere around the beginning of June. Everything should be updated and on the website. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.